Hello, and welcome to Principles of Accounting 2 in the second summer session. So what we're going to do in this first introductory video is we're going to go over the syllabus. I'm going to show you a few things on Canvas, and then a few tips for you to know to be successful in this class this summer. So as we look down here, I want you to pull up the syllabus and take a look at all of the bold-headed sections. I'm going to just talk about a few of them. At the top, here's my information. The best way to get in touch with me is to email me. I'm pretty good about responding within the same day. And always feel free to ask me questions. This is Accounting 2, and you're going to have questions, and just please feel free to ask me. I'm going to assume that you are following along okay, unless I hear from you. So if you are struggling and you need some help, you need to let me know. So this is the second part of Principles, and so we're going to be using the same book that we used for Principles, the first part. So if you took it last fall, Principles 1 with me, or if you took Principles 1 in the first summer session, or it's going to be the exact same book. We're just using the second part of it. And so you'll definitely need the book for this class because you have to turn in reading summaries and work problems. This first satisfactory academic progress consideration is you really need to read over this. It's really important because of the school's policy on making academic progress. 33% of your classes have to be passed each semester for you to keep going. And so here it describes that in the summer that's kind of tough because if you're only taking one class and then you don't pass the class, then you could have an academic probation situation. And so you do need to make sure to read through that and that you understand. The last day to drop this class is July 8th. And of course it starts on July 3rd. And if you are planning to drop this class, you need to do it by Monday, the 8th. And if you have any questions, do contact the registrar or the Satan Center. They're really good about helping out with that process. I will be taking attendance on a weekly basis based on your participation in discussions that I post. So I post discussions every week that you need to participate in. And there will also be assignments that you'll need to do and upload to Canvas. And so I will look at your participation over the week and post your attendance for once a week on Tuesdays. Also, if you're an evening study student, it's really important to notice here that there are some differences in the traditional program versus evening studies. And if you are an evening study student, you need to click on this link and just read over how the traditional program is a little bit different. You will need to be checking your email, and you'll need to be checking Canvas quite frequently. Everything that you need to do already has due dates in Canvas, so you'll be able to look in there and see what's going to be due and when, so you can pace yourself and be checking on a daily basis and just making sure that you're fulfilling the requirements. You have a week to do everything. So on 5 modules, and I give you a certain amount of assignments in that 1 week period, and so you have 7 days to finish those assignments, and then they're due, and then a new module starts. So the reason I have due dates all along the way is because I want you to have the answers. And so if you have a due date, so you're going to have homework, and you're going to turn it in, and then the following day after it's due, I post all the answers. So if that way, it'll help you kind of keep the good pace all throughout the class, but then also you'll get to check and see if you got the answers right, which is really going to help you in your learning. Because I post the answers, here I want to point out to this makeup policy, there's not really a whole lot that you can make up in this class. In fact, unless you're sick or ill or you have something major going on, which of course we would work with you on, you can't make up assignments. You have to have them done by the due date because, like I just said, after the due date, I'm going to post the answers. So you can't turn in late work. Also, this one right here, conduct and honor code. This is really huge. I know you can find answers to these questions that I'm posting, but that's not going to help you on the final. And the final is 200 points out of 550. It's a huge percentage of your grade. And if you have all along the way looked up all the answers to the assignments and then provided me with assignments that you didn't do answers that you didn't do yourself, number one, I'm going to be able to tell that you did that. And number two, it's just going to screw you up on the final. So don't do it. Just do the work. If you have questions, I am here to help you. Review the videos and follow through. I do grade the homework for accuracy in this class. So in the 201, it was paper turned in homework. But in this class, it's all online. So you're going to be responding to questions online and you have 2 tries to get it right. So it's super important that you watch all the videos and that you are prepared, and then that you do the chapter summaries like I asked, and then you turn in, you answer all the questions on the homework. And so in 201 in the first session, if you were doing the first session with me, we also had quizzes. In session 2, I've combined homework and quizzes into one quiz module, which I'll show you in just a moment. So your homeworks are going to be 20 points each. There's 10 of those. Your chapter summaries are going to be 10 points each. There's 10 of those. And there's 5 discussions, and those are 10 points each. So do make sure to complete all your assignments on your own in preparation for this big final exam. The homework, one thing, it's just so important that you remember this. On every homework question that's not multiple choice. So there are some multiple choice in your homework, but then there's some that you have to fill in the blank with a number answer. And I'm going to give you, next to the box you're supposed to enter the answer, I'm going to give you the format of what I need you to put in that answer. If your format is wrong, it's going to count your answer wrong. So here's an example. Say your answer is $1,000. Well, right next to the box, I'm going to say, this is the format of the number. It needs a $sign and a comma. So it would be $1,000 is what you need to put in the box. Sometimes I say you need decimals, so then 0.00 after the 1,000. So you just need to pay really close attention to the formatting of your answers and those fill in the blanks. This is one reason why I give you 2 tries, is because you need to, if you get something wrong, you need to first and foremost make sure you have your formatting right, and before you go back and fix your answers. So if you don't want to use up your 2 tries just on formatting errors, just double check your answer before you submit that it's the format that I've asked. Okay, and here's my grading points, proctoring, and the final exam. So I'm going to be giving this final exam in the Wilson building at the Montgomery campus on August 8th, sometime in the morning. I think probably 8:30 to 10:30. I haven't confirmed the room or the time yet. I will confirm that with you once I have it. But that's my plan, is for it to be in the morning on the Montgomery campus. So if you are not going to be taking the test with me, you have other options if you are not in Montgomery. So option 1 is you're going to take the test with me. Option 2 is you're going to be taking it at Montgomery campus, but in the library. And you will need to consult with the library about doing that. You have to still do it on August 8th. Everybody has to take this final on August 8th. Option 3 is that you take it as, say you live in Atlanta or Birmingham or Mobile, you are living somewhere else, and you could go to a local 2- or 4-year college, their testing center, and schedule them to proctor the exam. Option 4 is to go to a local library in your area that has proctoring services, or 5, a education center like Sylvan Learning is also going to be okay. And if you're in the military, then you have an additional option there for proctoring. The big thing that you need to do this week is figure out which one of these options you are going to do, and you need to let me know. And if you're going to take it somewhere other than with me, I need to know which option and who do I need to send your test to. So you need to schedule that, make sure it's scheduled, and then let me know who to contact to coordinate your exam. And I need you to do that this week. So just send me an email with what you're going to do so that I can be accumulating all that information. Okay, and then there's some other really important information here at the end of the syllabus. So one main thing when you're going through Canvas and you're looking at, when you pull up your Canvas, it will be not the syllabus. So your toolbar's over here on the left. And when you first pull it up, it's going to be modules. And this is the main screen that you're going to be working from. So I have separated all of your assignments into 5 modules. So here's 1 week, week 1, and see all of these assignments are due by July 10th. So this first assignment is our discussion. Those discussions are usually due on Friday except for the very last one. So the July 5th, I've put these in the order in which I want you to work them. So you're going to have, I haven't put up any of your videos yet, but your videos will also be in here. And you need to do them in the order that I have listed them, and so that you can make sure you've got all the material. I've got some PowerPoints in here that you can review on your own before you take your homework, but I'm going to have you do these summaries. Each chapter has a summary that you need to do. You don't need to read the whole chapter. You only need to do the sections that I say. So I've clicked on chapter 11 summary here. See, I only want you to summarize these 3 sections. So these are headings in the book in chapter 11 that you need to summarize. So if it's not listed here, a section is not listed here, you don't need to summarize that. And then your homeworks are like a quiz module. So you're going to go in and you're going to answer questions that I've posted here. In the previous summer session 1, for Principles 1, I had you do your homework in Excel and upload it. We're not doing that in session 2. You are strictly just doing this homework, and it's like a homework and a quiz together. So you need to make sure that you're ready for it. And I post practice and all of those things, as some of that isn't in here yet. For this video, I'll upload it before we go live, and just do everything in the order in which I load it. And so then after you finish week 1, then you move on to week 2, and everything is organized with due dates. And so you're going to be working a lot in modules. Okay, so that is pretty much what I wanted to talk to you about. Just let me know if there's anything that I can do for you, or if you have any questions or concerns, just send me an email. That's the best way to get in touch with me, and I'll get back to you really quick. So good luck, and I look forward to having you in my class.